Untuk semua panitia yang di luar, silakan masuk dulu ke dalam. Well, ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? Our opening ceremony is about to begin. Please have a nice seat and back to your position. Thank you. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Tabi pun. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to meeting room Emersia Hotel and Resort Bandar Lampung. We proudly present the 4th International Conference of Agriculture and Applied Science 2023. It's being a great honor for me, Marlinda Apriani, to be standing here and welcome each and every one of you in 4th ICoAAS. Before we proceed to program today, we would like to express our sincere gratitude to His Excellency, the Director of Polytechnic Negeri Lampung, Professor Dr. Insinyur Sarano Magister Science, the Honorable Professor Nobuhiro Kaneko from Fukushima University, Japan, the Honorable Professor Dr. MD Gapar bin MD Johar from Management and Service University, Malaysia. The Honorable Professor Udin Hasanuddin from University of Lampung. The Honorable Dr. Beni Hidayat from Polytechnic Negeri Lampung. The Honorable Deputy Directors Polytechnic Negeri Lampung, Mr. Dwi Puji Hartono, Magister Science, and Mr. Agung Agitandra, Magister Science. The Honorable Chief of Center Research and Community Development Polytechnic Negeri Lampung, Mr. Dr. Yana Sugaryana, Magister Science. The Honorable Unit Leaders in Polytechnic Negeri Lampung. The Honorable Speakers, distinguished guests, delegates, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, this annual event is proudly present by Center of Research and Community Development Polytechnic Negeri Lampung. Every year, every conference features a theme that represents the current issue. Therefore, the theme for the 4th International Conference of Agriculture and Applied Science this year is Sustainable Agriculture, SDGs, Smart Farming, and Growing Food for the Future through Applied Technology. Ladies and gentlemen, as our welcome greetings, we would like to present to you a traditional dance, Muli Bekipas. Please welcome Muli Bekipas by the Art of Organization Polytechnic Negeri Lampung. Excellencies of distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, to increase the spirit of our nationalisms, let us sing the national anthem, Indonesia Raya. Audience, please rise. Thank you. The audience have a seat. Ladies and gentlemen, for our program today to run smoothly, let us pray to Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala. Prayer reading will be led by Mr. Sudio. Please welcome Mr. Sudio.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. A'udzu billahi minasyaitonir rajim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Allahumma salli wa sallim wa barik ala sayyidina Muhammadin wa ala ali sayyidina Muhammadin wa sallim wa radiyallahu ta'ala an kulli sahabati Rasulillahi ajma'in. Walhamdulillahi rabbil alamin hamdan syakirin hamdan na'imin hamdan yuafi ni'amahu wa yukafi mazidah. Ya Rabbana lakal hamdu wa lakal syukru kama yanbaghi li jalali wajhikal karimil azim sultanik. Allahumma salli wa sallim wa barik ala sayyidil mursalin wa ala alihi wa ashabihi ajma'in. Allahumma anta rabbi la ilaha illa anta khalaqtani wa ana abduk wa ana ala ahdika wa a'dika mastata'tu a'udzu bika min syarri ma sana'tu abu'u laka bi ni'matika alayya wa abu'u bi dhanbi faghfirli innahu la yaghfiru dhunuba illa anta. Allahumma ja'al jam'ana hadha jam'an marhuma wa tafarruqna min ba'dihi tafarruqan ma'suma. Allahumma inna nas'aluka ilman nafi'a wa rizqan halalan tayyiba wa amalan mutaqabbala. Allahumma anfa'na bima 'allamtana wa 'allimna ma yanfa'una warzuqna ilman tanfa'una bih. Allahumma inna na'udzubika min ilmin la yanfa' ومن قلب لا يخشع ومن نفس لا تشبع ومن دعاء لا يسمع ونعوذ بك من هؤلاء الأربع اللهم أحينا على سنة نبيك محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم وأمتنا على ملة نبيك محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم وأجرنا من مضلات الفتن اللهم تقبل منا إنك أنت السميع العليم وتب علينا إنك أنت التواب الرحيم ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار وصلى الله على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين آمين يا رب العالمين والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Excellencies, our distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, we would like to invite to the podium to deliver his welcoming speech by the chairman of the ICoAAS 2023, Mr. Dr. Yana Sukaryana Magister Sen, as the Chief of Center Research and Community Development Politeknik Negeri Lampung. Dr. Yana Sukaryana, please proceed to the stage.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. The Honorable Director of Politeknik Negeri Lampung, the Honorable Vice Director of Academic Affairs of Politeknik Negeri Lampung, the Honorable Head of Unit and Section at Politeknik Negeri Lampung, the Honorable Professor Nobuhiro Kaneko, PhD, Fukushima University, Japan. The Honorable Professor Dato Dr. MD Gafar bin MD Johar, Management and Science University, Malaysia. The Honorable Professor Dr. Engineering Engineer Udin Hasanuddin, MT, from University of Lampung, Indonesia. The Honorable Dr. Engineer Beni Hidayat, MSc at Politeknik Negeri Lampung. I'd like to welcome you to the 4th International Conference on Agriculture and Applied Science 2023. This is an annual international conference held by Research and Community Service Center of Politeknik Negeri Lampung. This event is dedicated to present high quality research delivered by reputable keynote speaker and as well as invite speaker from Asia region. Ladies and gentlemen, the theme of the 4th International Conference on Agriculture and Applied Science is sustainable agriculture, such as recent sustainable development goals, smart farming and growing food for the future through applied technology. This event is intended to provide technical forum and research discussion on new renewable energy, IT to support agriculture, smart agriculture, AI technology for agriculture and machine learning for agriculture. The conference will cover series of presentation and discussion in plenary and arrangement. It is aim to bring research, academics, scientists, student, and practitioner together to participate and present the research finding, development, and application related to various aspects. Ladies and gentlemen, we are pleased to have Professor Nobuhiro Kaneko, PhD from Fukushima University, Japan, Professor Dato Dr. MD Gapar bin MD Johar from Management and Science University, Malaysia, Professor Dr. Engineering Engineer Udin Hasanuddin M. Magister Teknik from University of Lampung, Indonesia, and Dr. Engineer Beni Hidayat, MSc from Polytechnic Negeri Lampung as the keynote speaker in this international conference. Ladies and gentlemen, we really appreciate the enthusiasm of the participants who have registered for this international seminar. There are 120 presenters, which is divided into 8 scope named agriculture and biotechnology, agriculture engineering, agro-industry and agrobusiness, animal and fish, food safety, security and sovereignty, food science and technology, IT for agriculture, renewable and novel energy source. We are very proud to have you all here at this international conference. The conference program represents the effort of many individuals. Therefore, we would like to express our gratitude to the member of the organization committee for putting much effort into ensure the success of day-to-day of the conference and the review for their hard work in reviewing submission. We also thanks our invite keynote speaker for sharing their insight with us. Finally, the conference would not be possible without the excellent paper contributed by author. We thank all authors for their contribution and participation in the 4th International Conference on Agriculture and Applied Science 2023. Realizing that there were still some weakness during the conference. We do have an apology to make to everyone, and we hope we will be able to hold better international conference in the view. We really appreciate for your participation, and we invite all of the participants to join again on the next ICoAAS. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you, Dr. Yana Sukaryana, for the very warm welcome. Now we know that the background of the speaker in this conference is quite various, and we have a great team as well. Ladies and gentlemen, it is now my deep pleasure to introduce the Director of Polytechnic Negeri Lampung, His Excellencies Professor Dr. Insinyur Sarono Magister Science, to deliver opening speech. Professor Dr. Sarono, please proceed to the stage.
Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning. Alhamdulillahirabbil alamin, wassalatu wassalamu ala asrofil anbiya'i wa mursalin, sayyidina wa maulana Muhammadin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajmain, amma ba'd. Firstly, let's thanks and pray unto our God, Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala, who has given us some blessing and mercies, so now we can meet and gather in this meeting without any problem. Secondly, may salawat and salam always be given to Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, who has guided from the darkness to the brightness. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to International Conference on Agriculture and Applied Science ICoAAS 2023, the fourth international conference held by Polytechnic Negeri Lampung. Polytechnic Negeri Lampung is vocational university focusing on developing student applied skill and conducting applied research. We hope the applied research can contribute to prosperity to the society. This conference is expected to accelerate the dissemination, the result of the applied research. I hope this conference can become an arena for discussion and collaboration regarding the latest research topic. Polytechnic Negeri Lampung has the vision to be an excellent, innovative, and superior polytechnic in applied science and technology. Therefore, the fourth ICoAAS is highly essential to support achievement of Polytechnic Negeri Lampung vision. I would like to thank the keynote speaker who were willing to share their knowledge, experience, and skill to this conference. I hope we can build better network and blessing closer interaction among Polytechnic Negeri Lampung Academia, industry, and the public, which can benefit all of us. I'm expressing my sincere appreciation to all of you. This conference would not have been possible without the contribution and hard work of the keynote and invited speaker, the author and reviewer, the advisory committee and chairperson, and the technical committee and organizing committee. I sincerely hope you will enjoy this conference, and thank you for your participation. And I wish you success in this conference. As a Director Polytechnic Negeri Lampung, I have honor to welcome all the plenary speaker. The first, Professor Nobuhiro Kaneko from Fukushima University, Japan. The second, Professor Dato Dr. M.D. Gofar bin M.D. Johar from Management and Science University, Malaysia. The third is Professor Dr. Udin Hasanuddin from Lampung University and Dr. Beni Hidayat from Polytechnic Negeri Lampung. And of Indonesia presenter and participation to the ICoAAS 2023 conference. I sincerely hope that you will enjoy the conference and thank you for your participation. Just as I speak, I do apologize to you all if I have a lot of mistakes. Thank you and see you later. That's all from me. By Bismillahirrahmanirrahim, I opened the ICoAAS 2023 event at Polytechnic Negeri Lampung. The last I say, wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you, Professor Dr. Sarano, for opening speech. And now you like to request the director to officially open the 4th International Conference of Agriculture and Applied Science 2023 with the beating the gong. Yeah. To accompany the director, we invite you to the stage, Dr. Yana Sekariana, as a Chief of Center Research and Community Development Polytechnic Negeri Lampung. Now we start to beating the
We
gong.
say, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. I open it ICoAAS 2023 at the Polytechnic Negeri Lampung.
Okay, give applause.
Thank you, Mr. Teguh.
Thank you, Professor Dr. Sarana and Dr. Yana Sekariana. And take a picture, please. Okay, have a seat. Thank you. Thank you, Professor Sarana, for opening this conference. Now the 4th International Conference of Agriculture and Applied Science is officially open. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, for the documentation, we are going to have a photo session. First session, please welcome the Director, a Chief of Center Research and Community Development and unit leaders to photo session in the front of stage. Please welcome Professor Sarana, Dr. Yana Sekariana, Mr. Zahir Manto, Mr. Made, Mr. Bambang Utoyo, and Miss Eva Dwi Eva Nirma Gustina, and continued by the all of committee after this. Okay. Okay. Okay, we take a picture now. 1, 2, 3. Give a formal positions. Formal. Okay. 1, 2, 3. And vocational sign. Please. Lampung Berjaya. Okay. Okay, thank you. Enough. Thank you. Please have a seat. And then we have a second session photo, yeah, photo session. To all of participants at the Zoom, okay? To all of participants at the Zoom, please open the camera. We would like to take a pictures, and our committee will take your picture in every screen. Okay? For all of participants at the Zoom, please open your camera. Okay. First screen, please. 1, 2, 3. One, two, three. Next screen, please. Okay. Next screen. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, thank you. Next screen, please. Okay. Next screen. Okay. Finish. Oh, okay. Next screen, please. And the last screen. Okay, thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the end of the opening ceremony today. We appreciate to all of you who has helped and make this opening success. I'm thankful to all guests and participants of this ceremony. I do hope you have enjoyed this conference until later this afternoon. And we'll have a 10 minutes break and we'll be continued by main session. So please stay in this room. Thank you so much. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
politeknik negeri terbaik di Indonesia, dengan menyandang status akreditasi, baik sekali. Dan satu-satunya perguruan tinggi negeri di Provinsi Lampung yang menyelenggarakan pendidikan vokasi. Tahun 2004, perubahan nama menjadi Politeknik Negeri Lampung dengan semangat dan prinsip tata kelola organisasi yang baru, menjadi titik awal transformasi, perkembangan dan peningkatan kualitas penyelenggaraan pendidikan, penelitian dan pengabdian masyarakat atau Tridharma Perguruan Tinggi. Dan hal ini sangat selaras dengan visi yang telah ditetapkan untuk menjadi politeknik yang bermutu, inovatif, dan unggul dalam ilmu pengetahuan dan teknologi terapan. Politeknik Negeri Lampung mengemban 4 misi mulia, yaitu, pertama, mewujudkan pendidikan tinggi vokasi yang berorientasi pada akhlak mulia, terampil, disiplin, mandiri, dan kompetitif. Kedua, mewujudkan kajian keilmuan dalam penelitian terapan dan pengabdian kepada masyarakat melalui transfer ilmu pengetahuan dan teknologi terapan. Ketiga, mewujudkan budaya akademik, organisasi, dan kerja yang berkarakter dan beretika. Dan keempat, mewujudkan kerjasama kelembagaan dengan stakeholder secara berkelanjutan. Terletak di Jalan Soekarno-Hatta nomor 10, Bandar Lampung, Kampus Polinela menempati lahan seluas 30 hektar, dengan sarana prasarana dan fasilitas penunjang akademik dan non-akademik, seperti gedung kuliah terpadu, laboratorium, bengkel, workshop dan stasiun praktik lapang. Selain berfungsi sebagai penunjang akademik, sarana prasarana dan fasilitas tersebut difungsikan juga untuk kegiatan swakelola, kolaborasi riset, pengabdian masyarakat, layanan jasa dan produksi. Pada tahun 2023 ini, student body Polinela berjumlah 5.154 mahasiswa. Tenaga pendidik berjumlah 293 orang, dengan kualifikasi pendidikan doktor berjumlah 26 orang dan magister berjumlah 267 orang. Berdasarkan capaian yang telah diraih, konsistensi, kualitas dan prestasi Polinela sebagai perguruan tinggi negeri vokasi telah mendapatkan pengakuan dari berbagai lembaga baik nasional maupun internasional. Tahun 2022, Polinela resmi mendapatkan status akreditasi institusi, baik sekali, dari Badan Akreditasi Nasional Perguruan Tinggi, atau BAN-PT. Beberapa laboratorium Polinela telah mendapatkan sertifikat pengakuan dari Komite Akreditasi Nasional atau KAN. Tata kelola organisasi Polinela telah mendapatkan penghargaan BMN Award atau Anugerah Pengelolaan BMN tahun 2020 dari Kementerian Keuangan Republik Indonesia sebagai satker terbaik pertama kategori Peer Collaboration. Sejak tahun 2022, Polinela telah dipercaya oleh Bank Indonesia, KPW Lampung, sebagai pelaksana utama kegiatan, program pemberdayaan ekonomi masyarakat, digital marketing onboarding UMKM Lampung, pendampingan sertifikasi halal, dan holding pesantren. Polinela juga dipercaya oleh pemerintah Provinsi Lampung untuk perluasan akses dan menyelenggarakan pendidikan beasiswa, khusus jenjang diploma 3 atau D3, bidang pertanian, perkebunan, perikanan dan pariwisata bagi putra-putri petani, penyuluh pertanian dan nelayan di Provinsi Lampung. Kualitas pendidikan Polinela, 2 tahun terakhir ini, telah dipercaya oleh korporasi berstandar tinggi, PT Bukit Asam, untuk menjalankan program beasiswa Bidik Siba, program beasiswa CSR. Polinela siap menghadapi era revolusi industri 4.0 dan society 5.0, serta harus selalu siap berbenah untuk meningkatkan kualitas pelayanan dalam rangka memenuhi kebutuhan masyarakat, dan juga harus mampu beradaptasi terhadap pesatnya perkembangan zaman dan teknologi. Oleh sebab itu, upaya peningkatan dan pengembangan terus dilakukan di berbagai bidang, baik sarana prasarana, fasilitas, tata kelola organisasi, kerjasama, maupun sumber daya manusia, demi mencapai kualitas Polinela yang semakin baik. Selain Tridharma Perguruan Tinggi, Polinela sebagai perguruan tinggi negeri penyelenggara pendidikan vokasi, juga memberikan layanan bisnis kepada masyarakat dan mitra, yaitu antara lain Teaching Factory, pembuatan peralatan mekanisasi pertanian, pembuatan desain building information modeling, pembuatan aplikasi sistem informasi, pembibitan kelapa sawit, varietas bibit tanaman pangan dan lainnya. Budidaya ikan atau udang pada karamba jaring apung. layanan jasa dan produksi, pendampingan UMKM atau klinik UMKM, pendampingan sertifikasi halal atau halal center, konsultasi pajak atau tax center, produksi produk-produk agroindustri, pengujian sampel laboratorium, jasa perjalanan wisata dan lainnya. Layanan pelatihan dan sertifikasi, uji kompetensi, sertifikasi kompetensi BNSP, sertifikasi TOEIC Test, dan sertifikasi di bidang teknologi informasi. Sewa gedung serbaguna untuk masyarakat umum dan sewa sarana, prasarana laboratorium komputer untuk keperluan computer-based test atau CBT. Rencana pengembangan layanan baru, antara lain, penambahan gedung kuliah, kelas dan beberapa program studi baru. Perluasan layanan jasa dan produksi. Layanan pelatihan dan sertifikasi. Jasa kepakaran dan konsultasi. Dan perluasan layanan bisnis lainnya.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Politeknik Negeri Lampung atau Polinela terus berupaya meningkatkan peran serta bagi kemajuan bangsa melalui optimasi sumber daya dan akselerasi pencapaian kinerja. Untuk itu kami saat ini sedang mengajukan diri untuk menjadi PK Badan Layanan Umum atau BLU. Harapan kami dan ini menjadi tujuan kami adalah untuk meningkatkan pelayanan kepada masyarakat. Kemudian yang kedua, peningkatan kesejahteraan karyawan. Kemudian yang ketiga, optimalisasi pengelolaan sumber daya. Kemudian memberikan fleksibilitas dalam pengelolaan keuangan berdasarkan prinsip ekonomi, efektivitas, dan efisiensi. Oleh karena itu, perubahan status Polinela dari Satker menjadi PKBLU akan memberikan harapan guna memberikan layanan pendidikan yang lebih baik, peningkatan profesionalisme, dan kesejahteraan pegawai. Polinela juga diharapkan berkontribusi dalam pencapaian ekonomi nasional khususnya sektor pertanian, sektor perkebunan, sektor perikanan, sektor peternakan, pariwisata, teknologi guna mendukung visi Politeknik Negeri Lampung, yaitu menjadi politeknik yang bermutu, inovatif, unggul dalam ilmu pengetahuan dan teknologi terapan. Polinela siap BLU. 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 Polinela siap BLU.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim.
Okay, Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, now we come to our main program, main session, who will be led by our moderators, Dwi Eva Nirma Gustina, PhD. First of all, allow me introduce our moderator, Ms. Eva. Dwi Eva Nirma Gustina, PhD is Associate Professor in Food Technology Study Program, Department of Agricultural Technology, Polytechnic Negeri Lampung, since 1994. Ms. Eva finished the bachelor degree at the Department of Agricultural Product Technology, Faculty of Agricultural Faculty, Universitas Lampung, and She's continues the master degree in the University of IPB, and then the doctor degree at the Division of Food Science and Biofunctionals, Department of Biofunctional Science, Japan. And now she is teaching knowledge of food biochemistry, nutritional aspect of food processing, technology of plantation product processing, food regulation, food diversification, food safety, and food security and nutrition. Miss Eva have a competence certificate at Food Safety International Audit and then Commis Pastry and Bakery. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to invite Dwi Eva Nirmagustina, PhD, to lead discussion together with the keynote speaker. Give applause to Dwi Eva Nirmagustina, PhD.
Thank you very much, Miss Marlinda. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning. Tabi pun. The Honorable Director of Polytechnic Negeri Lampung, the Honorable Chairman of International Conference of Agriculture and Applied Science 2023, the Honorable all speakers in this conference, the Honorable all participants in this conference. First of all, let us thanks to the Almighty Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala, because of His blessing, we are able to come here and join in this conference. Secondly, salawat and salam also deliver our Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, who guided us from the darkness into the brightness. Ladies and gentlemen, I am Dwi Eva Nirmagustina, the moderator of today's conference. I'm very happy to see you here and welcome all of you to this conference. Today's conference is about sustainability agriculture, resilient SDGs, smart farming, and growing food for the future through applied technology. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm honored to have the opportunity to introduce our speakers and guide us through this exciting presentation. Today's conference, we have 4 speakers. First, Professor Nobuhiro Kaneko from Fukushima University, Japan. Second speaker, Prof. Dato Dr. M.D. Gapar bin M.D. Johar from MSU, Malaysia. Third speaker, Dr. Insinyur Beni Hidayat from Polytechnic Negeri Lampung. Fourth speaker, Prof. Dr. Engineering Udin Hasanuddin MT from Lampung University. Before we begin, let me go over some housekeeping rules. First, please make sure to mute your Zoom voice. Second, while the speaker is delivering his material, participants are not allowed to interrupt. Third, the question and answer session will be open after the 2 speakers have delivered their material. And lastly, we encourage everyone to engage in respectful and professional behavior during the event. For the first turn will be given by the first speakers. Our first speaker is Professor Nobuhiro Kaneko, PhD. Professor Nobuhiro Kaneko is a professor He is currently a professor of agriculture and food science at Fukushima University, Japan. Before that, he worked as a professor of soil ecology at Yokohama National University, soil biodiversity and ecosystem functioning in natural farming, especially ultimate conservation agriculture, is his current study theme, covering temperate to tropical climate. He served as a chairperson of Japanese Society of Soil Zoology since 2020 and a scientific advisory committee members of Global Soil Biodiversity Initiative. Please, from Nobuhiro Kaneko PhD to present the material with the title Soil Smart Agriculture Lessons from Lampung Soil Studies. Please, for Prof. Nobuhiro Kaneko to show the material.
Thank you very much.
You are welcome.
Good morning from Japan. Now it's getting to be cold here. And this morning we had 9 degrees Celsius in the morning.
Yeah.
Thank you for inviting me to the 4th International Conference on Agriculture and Applied Science. Congratulations for this excellent conference in Lampung. My name is Nobuhiro Kaneko, a professor at Fukushima University, and my major is soil ecology. I'm studying on earthworms or soil microorganisms. I had a research project from 2010 to 2016 for a multi-link study on environmental risks by Yokohama National University. In that project, I could work with many scientists from University of Lampung. So this is a great opportunity for me to be linked via internet and be able to exchange my results and opinions. So let me share the slides.
Yeah, okay.
Okay,
Already so.
let me start. Yep.
Yeah.
So the title of my talk is about soil smart agriculture. Or I hope we can improve agricultural systems. I think at the present time, we are at the kind of crossroad. We need to connect these different agricultural systems. One is a kind of subsistence agriculture. Another is industrial agriculture. Both, in my opinion, the kind of agroecological ideas can help to the farming system is much more sustainable. As you know, the soil is a fundamental for agriculture and the most important capital for the farmers. So today I'd like to talk about the soil conservation agriculture. This is data from on the sugarcane productivity in Indonesia. Gunung plantation, one of the best plantation of sugarcane in Indonesia, in Lampung. Unfortunately, the productivity or production or yield of sugarcane declined in 1980s to 1990s, and then will not recover. It's the same things that happening in a Gunung plantation. They put so many fertilizers and manure, but cannot recover the production. Probably there will be a lot of reasons, but one of the important point is soil degradation. Recently, the ideas of conservation agriculture is expanding. So what is conservation agriculture? The United Nations FAO promoted the ideas of conservation agriculture because it is good for all farmers in the world. There is three major principles for the conducting conservation agriculture. Number one is to minimize the mechanical soil disturbance. Number two is to cover or protect the soil surface in a kind of permanent soil organic cover or cover crops. Number three is species diversification of crops in the field. FAO recommending practice do these three things all together, not in separately. I think I agree with these ideas because as an soil ecologist, this kind of change of soil management can improve soil ecosystem functioning that might be also benefit for the farmers. Actually, the conservation agriculture is expanding globally. This is the data on 2015 and 16, and 180 million hectares in the world. It's about 12.5% of global cropland. And it's increasing 10 million hectares per year, adopted in 78 countries. This is the farmers is trying to plant without tillage, and this is a machine to kill the weed. So, but as I said, conservation agriculture recommend to no tillage or reduce tillage, but actually, why do we need to till the soil? There are a lot of advantages listed by this paper, but for example, the weed suppression here and water infiltration improvement or mixed fertilizer is a major reason the people try to till the soil. But at the same time, there are so many disadvantages if you till the soil. It disrupts the aggregates in the soil, which cause soil erosion heavily, and it interfere the soil carbon sequestration. So if you try to till more and more, you may lose the soil functioning. We had a kind of meta-analysis of impact of no tillage on soil quality and the crop yield in Asia, because currently there are a lot of meta-analysis of the impact of no tillage on soil, but mostly are coming from temperate countries. So we included Southeast Asia, South Asia, and East Asia, the climates ranging from tropical to dryland. The result is easily understand. Kind of no tillage management can increase the soil organic carbon content and also the soil carbon storage in the soil profile. In the United States, also the kind of this large-scale agriculture, nearly half of the farmers adopted no tillage or reduced tillage management. This is good for the farmers because if you adopt this, fuel use decreased to 6% in 2002 compared to 1973. Fuels per yield decreased to 40% in 2002 to 1973. So this is beneficial for the farmers. The another word is coming up. You might hear about the regenerative agriculture. RA is also expanding in globally. If you look at the web page of the global major food companies, just like Nestle here, and also Unilever here, most of these companies are now supporting regenerative agriculture to get better food materials from the farmers. So what is regenerative agriculture? There is a two aspect for the in this kind of management. One is improve management way, the processes, so reduce tillage and protect cover the soil, or use cover crops, or plant diversity increase. So many things are listed. The another aspect is the effect. If you adopt this management, we expect the improvement of ecosystem services, such as improved ecosystem health or biodiversity or water infiltrations. Unfortunately, people expect the improvement of ecosystem services. The exact relation between process and outcomes are not yet confirmed. So before you start to use the word regenerative agriculture, we need to confirm what kind of things you might want to include or you want to mean for the discussions. So let me share about the result in the studies we conducted in Lampung. This is Gunbat Plantation's soil conservation experiment. We made 4 different plots with fruit tillage or no mulching, or fruit tillage was mulching by bagasse from sugarcane, together with no tillage and no tillage with mulching. At the first time, the sugarcane production in no tillage trials are half of the conventional production in Gunbat Plantation. But when we continue 4 years for this management, then finally we could get a similar amount of yields of sugarcane and sugar itself in between these 4 different management. So you can realize that tillage itself is not necessary for the production system in sugarcane. Another example is we did a cassava study in Unira campus. This is unfortunately only the one-time season experiment, but there are a lot of other studies concerning the soil erosion. But we prepare the tillage and conventional tillage with and without herbicide. So if we don't use herbicide, the soil surface tends to be covered by weed or litter coming from the weed. This is the yield of cassava in that project. Unfortunately, no tillage with herbicides get the worst yields, but if you compare with the tillage with herbicide and tillage with wheat mulch, there was no significant difference in the yield. Soil change is a kind of very slow process. This is a soil profile picture in the Gunbat plantations. The upper layer is accumulating soil organic carbon. There was no significant difference between the treatment in this 4-year period, but you might notice that the mulching in tillage or mulching with no tillage management, rather higher amount of carbon was stored in the soil profile. This is also the soil carbon data obtained in the cassava study in the UNIRA campus. These tools are without herbicides, so the soil surface will be covered by the weed. So all these studies suggesting the mulching by something is effective. If you look at the earthworms at the Gunmad plantation sugarcane, also the mulching can effectively increase the abundance of earthworms. We had also the soil microbial studies. This is an example of a fungal community at the Gunmad plantation. Also, the mulching by buggers had a strong effect. This is earthworm abundance at the UNIRA cassava studies. Also, the wheat mulch and no tillage with wheat mulch improve the condition for the earthworms. I used to use this picture for the lecture for the student, but I'm not going to explain in detail about this system, but we are on the soil, standing on the soil, so we can see the above ground part of the wall, but we don't know much about in the below ground. And I noticed that the mulching is protect the soil surface is such an effective management practice. So today I'd like to share this idea with you. Okay, this is the final data. In detail, we can see my abstract in the paper. This is the comparison of different farming management. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different management here with the practices starting from agrochemicals and chemical fertilizers, herbicide, tillage, and cover crops, and organic mulch, rotational or mixed cropping, and genetically modified organisms, GMO. In the left-hand side, 2 left columns, Japanese standard of organic agriculture. Unfortunately, they have no help. They cannot help any for the farmers because they just saying you should not use the agrochemicals or chemical fertilizers or herbicide. This is only the reduction of chemicals. But today I have talked about the regenerative agriculture, RA here. This is very similar to the conservation agriculture recommended by the United Nations FAO. They are sharing the minimum disturbance to the soil and the protection of soil carbon. In your right-hand side, there is another alternative recommendation. Is kind of regenerative organic agriculture. They try to follow the agriculture rules, organic agriculture rules, and finally, they try to adopt the conservation agriculture management with FAO. I think if you look at these agrochemicals to the tillage management, this is a kind of top-down technologies. So even I or you use these techniques in the cropland, you can get a similar result or similar effect on the plant production. starting from cover crops, sonic mulch, rotational cropping, and GMO. It's kind of bottom-up technologies. Even if you did the same things, but if you're standing on different crop field, the result is quite different. So it's depending on the situations. But behind these technologies, I think there is a common soil ecological phenomena is happening. So I think the kind of soil protection could be done adopting these kind of technologies, but the results will be different in the place to place. So the important thing is the scientists need to share these ideas to the farmers in each local places to promote the soil protection studies. Okay, thank you very much for your attentions, and I'd like to thank all the participants and the people who helped us to conduct studies in Lampung area. Thank you very much. Terima kasih.
Very much, Prof. Nobuhiro Kaneko, for your interesting presentation. Before we question and answer, after the second speaker. Next two is for the second speakers. Our second speaker is Professor Dr. M.D. Gapar bin M.D. Johar. Currently, he is work at Management and Science University Malaysia as Senior Vice President Research Innovation. He is also work at Technology and System and Software Engineering and Digital Innovation Center. Please, Prof. Dr. M.D. Gapar bin M.D. Johar to present the material which the title is Engineering and IT to Support Agriculture.
Share first,
Good morning, Prof.
Good morning. Can you see the slide?
Yes,
material?
okay, already so.
Okay. Just for 1 second. Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Can you hear my voice clear?
Clear.
Okay. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. And very good morning to the MC. So first of all, I would like to send my regard from our president here, Professor Tan Sri Chukri, and also from the Vice Chancellor. So thank you very much for giving this opportunity to present the case on engineering and IT support the agriculture. So first of all, my gratitude to Professor Dr. I.R. Saruno, the Director of Polynila, and then the Head of Research and Committee Service Unit, Dr. Ariana Sukaryana, and all the other speakers. And we have a good connection later on the topic that given to me recently. So I will see that how we can share what is going on in Management and Science University, and also the scenario in Malaysia Okay, so just an introduction to all. So in this slide, we see the building of MSU. We have the management tower on the right. We have the academic, the science tower, and the MSU Medical Center. And so let's go and data science background. And as far as the software engineering is concerned, I lead this center. Normally, we are application developer for the university. I would say 95% of the system in management and science university, MSU, internally in-house developed. And we support all the application and also technology embedded in the university. So these are the few accountability that are given to the center as a center of excellence, from the software development up to the university digital transformation. Okay, so looking at the engineering and also the IT support for the agriculture, let we go into the scenario historical of industrial revolution. So you can see from the 18th century, the revolution of technology has evolved from just normal mechanical devices now up to we have the computer-based application, and I think the industry 4.0 we look into the internet of things and networks. So with this new technology, which is I think IoT is already in 2011, though I put that to 2020, this is where people talk about it in more serious manner to utilize the technology that has been in the market, in the being developed, particularly on the cyber physical system and also network. I think we have now networking from 2G, 3G now currently, particularly in Malaysia. Probably Japan will be more advanced, but in Malaysia now we going for the internet uh, of 5G. That's going just launch it. Now we are in the interim of migrating from 4G to 5G. So I think with this technology availability, that will be able to support the agriculture industry. And also, when we talk about Industry 4.0, Industry 5.0 is coming in already. It's already being used in some part of the application, but it more on the collaboration between human and machine. So these are things that we can apply or we can utilize the availability of this new technology, particularly on the artificial intelligence, Internet of Things, AR, cloud computing, and big data to support, in particular, the production of the agriculture, whether it's a plant, whether it's a food, whether it's animal production, like cow, cattle, chicken, and other food requirement in the society. So looking at that, I think this is just a brief scenario. What is we do in Industry 4.0. Now we go into already move to Industry 5.0. The integration should be happening in the agriculture industry. So as I mentioned, and I think in the case, like we can also develop like robot how to monitor the poultry farming, the example. It's already there in the industry, the technology available in the arena. Okay, so looking at this scenario, I think I just go into the situation like what we can apply in the agriculture. So looking at that, you can see in the middle box, in the middle column, there is current situation of the technology available that we can utilize in agriculture, which is you can to increase the food production like hydroponic. You can plant agri stock bioplastic. Like hydroponic, probably you can apply in the urban farming or vertical farming where you don't really need a physical land. You can plant in a building so that you can produce whatever like vegetable and other indoor plant that you can use for our food consumption. Another thing that maybe in the field, you can use drone technology for fertilizing uh, the the uh, the uh, the farm using drone technology to fertilize the field. And also we can see like I think Professor Nobuhiro just now mentioned about the soil testing and also soil development on that. We can use a lot of the analytic or Internet of Things to measure the moisture, for example, the food growth using the Internet thing. We don't have to go to the field or to the farming area to measure what is the growth of the plant. So we can use internet things, sensors to measure with a certain amount of fertilizer what will be the growth of the plant, whether the fertilizer is effective or not for that particular plant, for particular crops. So these are the things that you can apply in the technology, engineering, and also the application that we can put in the analytic of it, and we can do certain adjustment, enhancement to the growth to increase the productivity of the farming. So that is from what I can see. Looking from some statistic or reports of Agriculture 4.0, you can see that uh, the Agriculture 4.0 is crop up from the Industrial 4.0, looking at the future of farming technology. So purpose is to how to increase the food production and supply. That's part of the food security. And the statistics show that the prediction is that by 2050, we need to produce 70% of more foods. So I think it's very challenging to feed the society with enough amount of food for their health and also for their growth. And looking at in Malaysia on the vision for agriculture 4.0 is how we can assist the farmer to modernize and make a smart enterprise to be fully connected. I think one of the things that under IF 4.0 is connected devices. It's not just run standalone. So the device can sense the whatever we want to experiment in the field, in the farm area, and then have the data be analyzed through the computer system, and we can see the result. What is the action to be taken if there is an issue on the production of the food, right? So here we can see that farmers and agriculture business have to rely on the digital and connected technology to get a better data-driven and also get a better control of the farming operation. So if look in the Malaysia, we are the government is pushing for using innovation, agri-tech development to help transform this agriculture sector. And Malaysia, we have what we call Malaysia Digital Economy Corporation, where they encourage the adoption of data analytic for the farmers and be modernized and have a better because farming and agriculture require traditionally huge number of manpower. So with this technology, it believe that you can maintain with whatever manpower scarcity to improve the production of the agriculture and food industry. So these are some of the Internet of Things. So we have to look Internet as a connected devices to do certain thing and amalgamate or merge into one big data analytic. So another technology that probably or can be applied is on the big data analytic. So we can have a use of data where traditionally we have to do key in the data physically. Now we can use all the various latest sensors that can measure the data and automatically transfer into the knowledge database, and you can do the analysis from there. Okay, these are some of the things that the coverage of the IoT from 2018 and 2020 worldwide. So what are things? And definitely here, all the thing is required the segment into the agriculture component. Okay, these are the future IoT that can be used in the agriculture. For example, IoT for security, IoT, AI and the data conversion. So that is very useful for the agriculture. I think already mentioned by Prof just now, the generative AI in the wearable devices. So for example, you want to manage the cow farming, no? So all the cattle, then you can put sensor into the sheep so that if there's anything happening into the particular animals, then we can easily detect the situation of the element and take action. So that the cow are always, the cattle are always, or any rare animal that we can monitor the health and also the condition. And we can look into the retail IoT for supply chains of the supply from the supplier, like the supply of fertilizer, the requirement, and also the production. Let's say you produce a plant where you want to market it. The packaging that also when used, where traditionally we just sell on the road. If in Malaysia, now can do a proper packaging using the technology, and you can send it into the properly into the supermarket and also the hypermarket. So that is already being easily being packed, so that you don't have to do it manually. And also you can do the monitoring of the plant growth using the technology of drone, as I mentioned earlier. And here you can look at in my MSU, uh, I have the team that do the research on pottery industry. And so in Malaysia particularly, we look into the requirement of pottery meats. So there will be expected increase from 3.6% and 3.1% in 2020. So means the requirement for this is having increased by the consumer. So mean pottery farming for this matter have a high risk of producing enough food, the protein supply to the society. And what we have studied, uh, the pottery farming or the pottery itself, particularly chicken, they are very sensitive to temperature, humid, and ammonia. So we come up with a device that how to monitor humid and temperature and also the ammonia gas from the chicken cage. And because what we found that chicken are very sensitive to this. If one of the chicken is having affected by this, they can spread out within 24 hours and affect the other chicken as well, particularly with the chicken being infected by flu. I think within a day, if in that case have 2,000 chicken around, they can just spread over within a short period and all the chicken will get flu. And within a few days, the chicken may have problem with their health. Right? So these are the things we can monitor and you can have an alert system, early warning system, the condition of the chicken in that particular farm or cage. Right? So yeah, the challenge is from the IT side is how to develop the poultry information management so that you can mobilize the cage, the farm, to make sure the chicken quality, the meat quality is good, and also there will be high production. Means if you rear 1,000 chicken in day one, by day 90, where you have to harvest the chicken to sell to the market, so you still can get 1,000 healthy chicken to be produced at the end of 90 days. So that is very important. So that there's no loss or we minimize the loss and also we can have good quality meat and protein supply. Right. So these are some of the things that we're working on in MSU. To monitor their chicken cage at any time, at any place, and also can be sure that action can be taken if happening anything happen to the particular animals in the cage that are being read by the farmers, right? So in MSU we have completed first record. So this is the scenario of what we have developed in MSU, where we have the system where it monitor from the farm. You can see this is the farm, and then we pass into our mobile device, send the system to the central system. This is database, and farmer can monitor through their notebook at home or desktop or through their mobile apps. So that's what we develop and assist the farmer. So these are something that threshold that we measure to begin with the measurement or the control of the poultry production. So we can see that the situation required by the yeah. So anything that you had the chicken cannot smell something that higher than the threshold. You have to measure the temperature for here. If you can see that each day one chicken with day one each one day, then the temperature will be that required 32. The more days that required, then the less temperature because small early stage chick require higher temperature, but when they have grown up, then they need a lesser temperature, and you have to do the ventilation so that will be at a stable stage, right? Okay, so these are the device that we use, the latest board, which is the Raspberry Pi that we use to do connection with the sensors, the gas sensor, humid sensor, and also temperature sensor. And okay, this is the detailed one, more structured. And so this is what is our framework, the architecture of the system that we developed for three things just now, which is the humid, temperature, and also gas, right? So these are the main device that we use other than the cable or the connector. So this is the main device, ESP8266, ESP22, and MQ135. So that is three main components that we do our assembly of the device, and then we package it and we can give to the farmers. And the target is we want to produce affordable device for the farmers. to produce their or manage their farms. And so this is another ongoing research where we want to manage the poultry, the health of the chicken, the health of the poultry. Because as I mentioned, there are many infection virus that can affect the health of the chicken. So this is our another system architecture that how we are in the research area where we use camera to detect the chicken behavior, whether they are healthy or they are in not a good condition. And we use our AI algorithm here to analyze the data that we receive from the sensor. As you can see here, we can have the camera in the sample here. We put, when we do the experiment, we just use one camera. But in actual, maybe you can have every angle. There is a camera that we can detect every position of the chicken while they are moving around the cage. So two challenges here. For a closed cage, I think quite straightforward because they are all in a single cage for per chicken. But for the free range chicken, normally the villagers use a free range chicken. That will be more challenging to detect the actual chicken which are healthy and we are sick. So we have to use, just now I mentioned the wearable. So we have to do the tagging on every chicken to detect the movement of that chicken. So that we do our visualization. So this one is in the progress. We are doing research on this for the past about 6 months on this. After we have completed the 3 module, which is humidity, temperature, and ammonia gas detection. And now we are working on this as our research under the software engineering and digital innovation. Right. Okay. So in general, I think this is what we are trying to come up with this system, the poultry farming system in MSU. We do that research, how we can assist the farmer on the data analytic, collaborative care of the treatment of the poultry, how to manage the cost control. There will be no loss in terms of managing the whole farm, and so that the farmer can have a better poultry data and easily digitalized and can be produced for their decision making. And make sure anything happen to the farm can be rectified immediately. Okay, so as far as IT is development is concerned, so these are the things that challenge us to develop a more AI-based application so that it can assist the farmers in managing their farm. So probably this can also be, because now we are focusing on only the protein production, which is we focus on poultry. Okay, so these are the challenges and how we can go through. So what is expected? So challenges just now result in the how we can utilize whatever latest technology. And as I showed you just now, the board that we use, Raspberry Pi, that is a latest device that can give a more accurate information from the sensor into the central database. So we are trying to exploit the use of or the advances of the technology in IoT, microcontroller, sensors, cloud technology. So probably this data, at the moment we use our own local database, local server. Probably in the future we will move into the cloud once the whole component is fully tested and get into the market to support the farmers. Right? So in MSU, so these are our poultry farming research, what we are doing now. So we have completed number 1, number 2, number 3, and now we are working on number 4, 5, 6, and 7. And so maybe we will add more on the component here because every part is need a specific focus to develop that particular module in the system. So these are the things that we are working on, and probably with Polytechnic Lampung, probably we can see some. I saw in the video just now. There are something that we can work collaboratively, joint research on these particular areas. I think this is a good opportunity for our collaboration. Right? So these are some of the challenges of the farmers: rising cost of production, regulatory challenges like you cannot rear your poultry in the town area, so you have to do in the village. So how to control all the smell? Even we go to the village also when there's the meters. So that smell. So the challenge is how to reduce that environment so that you are being polluted by the ammonia gas. Then you need a training and also ethical challenges on this. And also challenges, yeah. So how to manage the data. So with the computer system that available, IT system available, so we can assist in terms of managing the data, producing quality poultry production, and to make sure the security and privacy can be manageable by the farmers. Right? So these are some of the analytics that probably good for us to do from the IT perspective. Right? Okay, so this one in conclusion, these are some of other area of research in MSU, which is under the Software Engineering and Digital Innovation Center. So we go from new media technology up to the IoT, and also into the object recognition. And just now, when we do the challenge of identifying the health of the chicken or the poultry, we use face recognition or object recognition to see. So the study on the chicken behavior when the chicken is not healthy, when the chicken is healthy. So when not healthy, we have to do the alert and send the information into the central database so that we I think so that is in general what I can share with all the participants in the conference. So again, thank you very much. Terima kasih banyak-banyak memberi peluang kepada MSU untuk berkongsi tentang kajian-kajian yang kita buat, the research that we are doing in MSU as far as agriculture is concerned that we have developed so far. So myself is not in farming, but we have the interest in farming. So we study the situation and we assist the agriculture practitioner to develop or to use the latest, whatever latest technology available being produced by by the industry, the manufacturer of all these devices, and then we can utilize fully into the aspect of producing enough supply of food to the society and giving a good quality food to the society. I think that's all from me. Thank you very much. Sekali lagi terima kasih banyak-banyak memberi peluang kepada saya untuk berkongsi penyelidikan yang kita buat di Management and Science University MSU. Terima kasih.
Ya.
Assalamualaikum.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you very much, Prof. Dr. M.D. Gapar bin M.D. Johar. You already presenting the interesting presentation with title Engineering and IT to Support Agriculture, especially smart farming, smart poultry farming. Very interesting to join research with you in the future. Okay. With the next activity, question and answer for the speaker 1 and speaker 2. Before question and answer, now we will have a brief question and answer session. Please feel free to ask any question that you may have. If you have any question, please raise hand. Don't forget to state your name before you're asking. Please, in Zoom, give a question for the Professor Nobuhiro Kaneko and Prof. Dato Gapar. Maybe to start the question, I would like to give a question for Professor Kaneko. It's very interesting between plantation, sugarcane, and cassava. You talk about the conservation agriculture and the regeneration agriculture. That's right. What's the main difference between conservation agriculture and the regenerative agriculture? Still mute, Prof? I cannot hear. Still no voice here.
Is it connected?
Yes,
Can
okay.
I can hear you, Prof. No problem.
But yeah, they said they cannot recognize me. By the way, thank you for your very interesting talk on the technologies on the agriculture. More than 20 years ago, I was working in Malaysia in peat swamp forest system.
Oh, okay,
in
good.
Johor Bahru and Sarawak.
Malaysia.
Yeah, at first I just study forest soil, and then expand my focus area into the crop and paddy soil. So now, even now, I am studying the crop paddy soils on the methane emission.
Okay, now moderator, can you hear us now?
It seems to me. Can you hear me? Wow.
Yes, I can hear you, Prof. Kaneko.
So let me answer your question now.
Yes.
Okay, so your answer is about the difference between conservation agriculture and the regenerative agriculture. My answer is there is no basic difference in between the two ideas. Both are aims to protect the soil conditions, and the big challenge is now the world changing into the no tillage or minimum tillage system. So as we know, the tillage is a fundamental management in agriculture in everywhere in the world. So the farmers very difficult to accept this idea, but most of the soil scientists recognize that the tillage of the soil reduce the functioning the soil. So there is a lot of advancement in managing agriculture without tillage. So there are a lot of no-tillage planters, or even the control of weed is rather easily by the introduction of cover crops. So the point is how do we reduce the cost of management? Mostly if you introduce the no-tillage system, the total yield is not comparable to the conventional method. However, the maintenance costs in the agriculture we can highly reduced. So for the farmers, it's depend on the benefit, not only the amount of yield, but if you can get more money from the new technology or new management, it is feasible for the farmers. So we encourage the farmers to think about the balance between labor and the mechanical costs and benefit from maintaining the kind of conservation of regenerative agriculture systems. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. From audience, I would like to read the question. The question for Prof. Kaneko and Prof. Gapar. Some times ago, we were affected by the El Nino phenomena. The summer season was longer than usual. What if El Nino had an impact in Japan or Malaysia? What will be done, or was there something that had been prepared to anticipate this phenomenon? Please, Prof. Kaneko and Prof. Gapar.
Thank you. So first, let me start. We have also similar difficulties in Japan. The climate is changing. So every year we have a kind of different situation happening to the organic agriculture system. So even long time farming in one place will not help the adaptation to the new climate conditions. There are a lot of ideas, the changing in culture or changing the place that fit for one species of plant. But my idea is at least we need to conserve the soil condition. If you have better soil conditions, it can be stable even at the heavy drought or even at the heavy rain. The soil physical structure is improved by the conservation of soil. That will help the farmers. If you don't till the soil with covering with cover crops, even just after the rain or even at the rain time, farmers can work in their own farm. But if you till the soil, it is very difficult to enter the field because of the muddy stacks to your foot. So improving the soil condition can somehow cope with the changing environment. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Prof. Kaneko. The second question for Prof. Gapar. We have teaching factory. The name is Polybronic. We still learn to produce organic meat. We using open house, manual hand house. What's big challenge if we want start IoT farming on manual house? That's the question, Prof.
Okay, thank you for the question. Very interesting. I like the question. Because in the poultry farming, there are two methods of farming. One is a closed system, the other one is an open system. Closed system means the chicken are all individual cage, so they are not moving around. One cage, one chicken. So you can monitor one by one. But for the manual farming, which is an open system farming, where the chicken will be released every day. So normally what I see here, what we call here free range chicken farming, they during the night the chicken will be bring into the cage, the closed cage, then and they're mixed together. They are not individual. They're mixed together. Ramai-ramai lah masuk dalam tu. Ramai banyak. And then in the daytime, morning normally they will release into the field, which is an open space. All right. So when they are in the open space, that one very difficult for us to monitor the movement of the chicken. But we can control when they are in the cage. Within, let's say, my experiment is on the 20 feet by 90 feet cage system. So the daytime, the night time they put in one compartment. Then when the daytime they just release it into the farming area. Maybe about 100 by 100 meters feet size. So they can just do a free feeding to the chicken. Right. So in terms of using IoT, the the challenge is how you can monitor their temperature during the daytime. So that's a challenge. And my first problem is in Malaysia is because we want to be remotely control the measurement. So we normally what is happening is that the wireless connection is not strong. So when it's not strong, mean you have a lot of data loss from the sensor into the control system. So that's the challenge. And then, so that one, so we have to really look from where there is less disturbance in terms of data collected from each individual hands. So that is the thing. And the other one is the challenge is people who are expert on sensor technology. IoT involves sensor and microcontroller. I think that is where our challenge is you need a person not only in programming expertise, but also in the microcontroller and microprocessor. So that is the thing that I have that challenge when we develop the system. So when I go around, when we manage that, the team has a multi-discipline of team members. So we have people with a computer engineering background, people with a software engineering, and people with the help mechanism or help knowledge. So we have to combine these three knowledge together to come up with the right devices. I think for the new device that we are using is quite reliable now. The only thing, the challenge is we have to assemble ourselves because there's no such factory yet to assemble into one unit. So we have to do our assembly as a part. And so that is then and also the other challenge is, in tropical country, even in Malaysia and Indonesia, we have always have what I call it heavy downfall, heavy rain. Every day is summer. We don't have winter, we don't have spring. So every day is hot. And every day also in Malaysia, every day we have rain. So high humidity. So with that high humidity, first is the device has to be robust enough to put on the open space. So we have to do proper packaging so that there's no circuit breakdown within that device. So that is the challenge that we are facing to come up with a good package where there will be less disturbance or interruption by the environment. So that is one of the challenge. Number two is the number of sensors that we need to face. Like one of the challenge that we will try to use wearable. So the challenge is putting wearable device, the tag, into every single chicken. That's a very challenging. Because if you want to put every sensor on the leg of each chicks at the age of 1 day and make it available until the age of 90 days, and the time to plug in that sensor into the leg of the chicken, that is where if we have other devices that can do fast plugging, connect to the animal, then that will be useful. Otherwise, you have to hold the chicken every single chicken to put the wearable so that you can what you call, monitor the movement of the hand. And so that's why after looking at that situation, we say, okay, not practical to use wearable, but we use object recognition. Meaning we use camera. Now we have very high definition camera, and then we can zoom into the each individual chicken. So another challenge is that when we have that, we have facing another problem, which is what happens if the chicken is say staying side by side? Which one to take? Which one is not healthy? Which one is not healthy? We have to do the identification. So that another another challenge when you do the research using IoT. Well, you have to cannot have for this manual and open space chicken farming. You have to make sure not the chicken are not too crowded. Then if it's too crowded, then the indication will be a little bit challenging to identify the overlapping chicken saying apa ni, they are on each side that. So sometimes they put on the side. You see the behavior of chicken. Sometimes they are putting on each other. So they step on each other. So then that will be a cause of which one is the to identify the right identity of each chicken. So that is in terms of, but we can, the major issue is the weather condition of putting the device, because the device has to be open. It's not in the room where it's safe, but it's in an open area. So I mean, the device has to be highly eco protection, so that it can robust enough to have apa tu the rainy season, the hot season, the wet season, and also then it can be that because we have one device that it only lasts a few, I mean, it can be only few months. After that, it's already break down because of leaking the water into the device, and then eventually after that, it become hot, and then it cause that situation. Another one is if we are using electricity, the normal electric supply, that's another situation where the supply of electricity has to be stable. So that's another challenge. If you are using the direct connection to the main supply of electricity. So what we are putting now, not yet, but we are thinking of the device is connected to the solar panel. So that will save the situation of insufficient supply from the electricity of the main board. So we use for solar panel, and this solar panel connected to the controller, and then wirelessly connected to the to the sensor. And our connection also, we don't use fixed line internet connection, but we use mobile broadband internet connection. So that's another thing that we are using. So these are a few challenges we have to face. I have to talk to all the IP provider whether the signal is good or not. Because normally farm is away from the main area, so we have to get a good telco that can give a good transmission from our farm side into the central database. So these are the challenges of using IoT. What we are facing now, hopefully we can resolve this with the latest new technology of IoT in the future. I think the technology is coming very fast to get a latest one. So many people have done it, but now we are using with the latest sensor, high precision camera, and also high quality and super, what do you call it, high specification of the Raspberry, the motherboard, the board of the microcontroller. I think that is so the challenges we are facing in terms of that, because we have to be, I mean, you cannot get a direct telephone line connection to the 5 kilometer of farm from the main road. So that is the expensive part. So, we resolve not using any fixed line, not using any fixed apa tu, electric supply, but we use all whatever possible a wireless environment. So the power is using wireless, using our solar panel, and then the telecommunication, we use a mobile broadband to do the communication between the main server into the server at the farm. So that is basically challenge we are facing, and inshallah, I think we can resolve it in the future.
Okay, thank
That's
you.
all. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Prof. Gafar, for the deep explanation. Mungkin kedepannya kita kerjasama.
Inshallah, inshallah.
Insya Allah, working together. Still any two question from Prof. Kaneko. It is possible in the future that we can cultivate some plants in the outside of our earth, either by soil or without soil, because I saw the news media last week that China has been developing the technique for cultivation in their International Space Center. And the second, from IGD Dharma Putra, it is an irrigation system needed in both agriculture system. If necessary, how to apply the irrigation system to the two agriculture system. Thank you. That's two questions from Prof. Kaneko, please.
Okay, thank you. For the answer to the first question is very simple. It is technically possible, but unfortunately, it's economically impossible.
Impossible.
You can imagine how expensive to send an astronomer to the space. So not everyone can go to the space. So please love the earth and protect our soil.
Yes.
That's the answer.
It's difficult to become
And
farmer
for the
outside.
second question, it's not different from the other management system. The place where necessary the irrigation, you can do the same things to the both management systems. So the irrigation is possible, and somehow it's necessary. That's all. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much.
Maybe I can just give a suggestion here, my opinion.
Yes.
Probably instead of do the farming on the soil, on the ground, maybe you plant on the water, in the water, using the technique of hydroponic and also vertical farming.
Yes.
So you can have the farming inside the building, not on the land. So that's another way of doing it. So, but you have to have a good, healthy water.
Okay.
I think that's my suggestion too.
Okay. Thank you very much, Prof. Kaneko and Prof. Gapar. This is the time is out for presentation to speakers and question and answer. Before we to appreciate the Professor Kaneko and Prof. Gapar in this conference, we would like to give the certificate of the conference. For Director of Polytechnic Negeri Lampung, please come to the stage to give the certificate. For the first speakers, Prof. Nobuhiro Kaneko, PhD. This is certificate from Prof. Nobuhiro Kaneko. Thank you very much for your interesting presentation. Thank you, Prof. Nobuhiro Kaneko. Thank you for Professor Dato Gafar for your presentation in this conference.
Sarano, so hope to see you in Malaysia. Thank you, thank you.
Thank you very much for the Professor Nobuhiro Kaneko, PhD, and Professor Dato Gafar bin Johar for the speaker in this conference. Perhaps we will meet again in the next time, maybe in joint research or the other activity. Thank you very much. We will start the last presentation. 5 minutes to start. Okay. Okay, we start to third speaker to presentation the material. Our third speaker is Dr. Insinyur Beni Hidayat. He is a lecturer at Food Technology Study Program, Polytechnic Negeri Lampung. He is also as Deputy Director to Polytechnic Negeri Lampung. Research interest Dr. Insinyur Beni Hidayat are about cassava and starch. Welcome to Dr. Insinyur Beni Hidayat to present the material with title Application of Ultrasonication Technology in the Food Industry. Okay, here we will video.
Tolong dibuka ininya, udah ya? Oke. Thank you. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, the Honorable Director of Polytechnic Negeri Lampung, the Honorable Mrs. Eva, My voice is clear?
Very clear.
Very clear. Thank you. And head of P3M, Committee of ICoAAS, and all participants. Introduce myself. I am Benny Hidayat, lecturer of Food Technology, Agricultural Department of Polytechnic Negeri Lampung. I prepare presentation with video because I'm afraid I can the on time, so I will present my material from video. Can help me from committee to share my video?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Gentlemen, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I want to introduce myself. My name is Benny Hidayat. I am lecturer of Food Technology or Agricultural Technology Department, Polytechnic Negeri Lampung. I will present my document and title Application of Ultrasonication Technology in Food Industry. The ultrasonication technology is related with the ultrasonic waves. Ultrasonic waves are longitudinal mechanical wave with frequency of 20 kHz exceeding the hearing limit of the human ear. In ultrasonic processes, sound wave propagating in a fluid produce alternating period of high pressure compression and low pressure rarefaction. In the low pressure cycle, the intensity of the ultrasonic wave creates small bubble or hole in the sonicated liquid. In this figure, we can see the mechanism of ultrasonic. This is the bubble growth and this is the bubble implosion. Ultrasonic waves are used in the food industry because they can preserve food and maintain the nutritional content of the food product by the activating microorganisms. The most important application of ultrasonic wave is acoustic cavitation effect in production nanometer material. In this paper, the research carried out by the author regarding the application of ultrasonication technology in the food industry will be presented. First, application of the ultrasonic process in cassava starch extraction. The cassava starch extraction is currently not perfect, as can be seen from the still high content of starch, 43.1% and fiber, 47.1% in cassava bagasse. The high starch content in cassava bagasse is because the starch granules are still encased in the fiber matrix. So, efforts are needed to open the fiber matrix. According to Hidayat, effort to open the fiber matrix that enclose starch granule can be done using various methods, enzymatic or physical method. Physical method X ultrasonication. In this figure, we can see static granule encased in a fiber material. The result, the ultrasonic bed system was carried out in state where a sample of grade cassava was put into a bigger glass, then filtered. The filtrate is placed in a tube and put into an ultrasonic bed system at temperature of 40 degrees Celsius with 80% maximum power. The extraction result are then filtered using a vacuum evaporator until a thick extract is obtained. The next process is deposition for 1 hour. The start obtained is dried in a cabinet dryer at temperature of 55 degrees Celsius until the water content reaches 12 until 14%. After drying, the start was ground and shaped with a 90 mesh size. This result have a number registered patent. Can we see? This is the Branson ultrasonic bed that used in the result. We can see in table 1, ultrasonic extraction of cassava start using a bed system for 40 minutes was the best treatment, which increased the start yield by 12% from 20.37% to 24.47%. Second, application of ultrasonic process to produce SNP product. Start nanoparticle have the potential to be developed as a tapioca derivative product. SNP are nano-size start derivative product, 1 million of a meter, or 10 means 9 meters. Start nanoparticle has many advantages, including increasing stability, chemical reactivity, flowability, opacity, and mechanical strength. Improving the sensory characteristic of the product and enhancing encapsulation ability for bioactive component. The manufacture of SNP can be carried out using various methods: acid hydrolysis, enzymatic hydrolysis, high pressure homogenization, gamma irradiation, combination of acid hydrolysis and ultrasonication, SNP can be prepared solely with the ultrasonic method, so that it will simplify the manufacturing process. Use an ultrasonic system probe. The result, the formation of SNP from cassava start was modified from method of Bell-Hatch by preparing 50 milli of cassava start solution with concentration according to treatment. The probe temperature is set below 40 degrees Celsius, keep constant by the ice, and the process frequency is set at 20 kHz. The probe has a diameter of 6 cm with ultrasonic power of 650 watt. The ultrasonication process carried out with the duration according to the treatment. The solution then filtered using 1 micron watt filter. paper and test for yield and characteristic. This research also have number registered patent. This is the digital sonifier using for ultrasonication process in this research. Yield start out nanoparticle. The ultrasonication process of 90 minutes and 3% start concentration will produce SNP product with higher yield. The higher yield indicate that increasing the ultrasonication process time to 90 minutes and increasing the start concentration to 3% will cause the breakdown of start molecule into nanosize to become more intensive. The longer the ultrasonic process, the more intensive the degradation process of start molecule. According to J. Hauska Bishop et al., the ultrasonic application will cause the degradation of start molecule caused by mechanochemical effect. The more intensive the start degradation process, the smaller the start granular size. In this table, we can see the yield of start nanoparticle, then distribution and particle size of SNP. The result, table 3, showed that ultrasonication process duration of 90 minutes and 3% start concentration will produce SNP product with a particle size of less than 100 nanometer, which was higher, 23.6%. The research also showed that the longer the sonification process and the higher the start concentration, the higher the percentage of SNP particle less than 100 nanometer. This indicates that the ultrasonication process can break down start granule into smaller size. The phenomena of acoustic cavitation by ultrasonic wave cause start particle to break into nano-sized piece. The increase in the percentage of SNP particle size in line with the increase in concentration up to 3%. Also show that a start concentration up to 3%. The cavitation process, which cause the breakdown of start granule into nanosize, still occur effectively. The increase in the cavitation process in line with the increase in start concentration in the formation of SNP was also reported by Jamrak et al. In this table, we can see particle size distribution and polydiversity index of SNP at various ultrasonication process time and start concentration. Start nanoparticle transmittan value. The result, table 4, show that ultrasonication process duration of 30 minutes and 1% start concentration will produce SNP product with the highest transmittan value. Conversely, the ultrasonication process time of 90 minutes and 3% start concentration will produce SNP product with the lowest transmittan value. The lower transmittan value of the SNP is strongly related to the size of the SNP particle. The smaller the SNP particle, the more difficult it for the start particle to precipitate, and the lower the transmittan value. On the other hand, the larger the SNP particle size, the faster the particle settle and greater the transmittan value. Transmittan value is related with clarity. can we see in this figure. Conclusion, ultrasonic process time and start concentration affect the yield, particle size, and distribution, body diversity index, and optical characteristic. Ultrasonic process time of 90 minutes and start concentration of 3% will produce SNP product with a yield of 13.68%, particle size less than 100 nanometer or 23.6%, average particle size of 230.8 nanometer with polydiversity index of 0.58 and transmission value of 61.23%. Third, application of SNP produced from ultrasonic process as biodegradable plastic raw material. Plastic is packaging material, widely used, but has a bad impact on the environment because it's generally difficult to degrade in nature. Biodegradable plastic is currently being developed as a solution to the negative impact of synthetic plastic. Starch is the most important natural raw material for making biodegradable plastic. Natural starch also has weaknesses as an industrial raw material, viscosity, solubility, and size. Nanoparticle technology will improve the characteristic of starch so that it has low suspension viscosity at high concentration and has a high binding strength due to the large active surface area. The research, biodegradable plastic is done by mixing 5% solution of starch or starch nanoparticle with 3% chitosan solution. Then add glycerol to the starch chitosan solution. After that, the solution mixture was homogenized using magnetic stirrer at 90 degrees Celsius with a rotation of 60 rpm for 20 minutes. The solution is then poured into a glass mold measuring 20 by 20 centimeters. Next, it's dried for 3 by 24 hours. Bioplastic thickness, SNP will reduce the thickness of bioplastic. This is due to the smaller particle of SNP so that it will be dispersed more evenly in the solution. Solubility, SNP will increase the solubility of bioplastic. This is due to the smaller particles, so it will dissolve more easily. Biodegradability, SNP will increase the biodegradability. This is due to the smaller particle size, so it will be more easily degraded. Water vapor transmission rate, SNP will increase the bioplastic water vapor transmission rate. This is due to the smaller particle size so that water vapor can transmit more easily. Mechanical properties, SNP will increase the tensile strength, percent elongation, and reduce the young modulus. Conclusion, the use of SNP as raw material for bioplastic will reduce the thickness and young modulus and increase the solubility, biodegradability, water vapor transmission rate, tensile strength, and percent elongation. Thank you for everybody.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Insinyur Beni Hidayat, for presentation. Okay, we move to the fourth speakers. Our speaker is Professor Dr. Engineering Insinyur Udin Hasanuddin MT. He is lecturer at Department of Agriculture Technology, Lampung University. Research interest Prof. Dr. Engineering Insinyur Udin Hasanuddin MT is about palm oil, waste management, and renewable energy. Welcome to Prof. Udin Hasanuddin to present the material with title Waste Management to Mitigate its emission in palm oil industry. Please to show the
Anderson.
Thank you.
okay already show.
Wait a minute.
Okay.
Yes, clear, Mr. Professor.
Okay, thank you. Yeah. Well, thank you very much for inviting us to this conference. Yeah. And thank you, Chairman, to give opportunity to give presentation here. Yeah. Good morning, everybody. Yeah. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Well, I'm so sorry. In this presentation, I do from Malaysia. Is this time? Yeah. Even actually, I'm from University of Lampung. Yeah. Well, my presentation is the title is Waste Management to Mitigate the Greenhouse Gas Emission in Palm Oil Industry. As you know, in palm oil industry, we process the fresh fruit bunch from the plantation to become crude palm oil and also palm kernel oil. And besides that, yeah, we also will produce the empty food bunch, produce the mesocarp fiber, produce palm kernel cell, and also produce the palm oil meal effluent as a wastewater. Yeah. This is the palm oil meal byproducts. Yeah. Yeah. The main byproducts or waste is palm oil meal effluent. It's about 60 until 100% from the FFP. And the other biomass byproduct is the empty food bunch. It's about 20%, and mesocarp fiber, and also palm kernel cell. And in the mill, in the palm oil mill, they utilize the fiber and palm kernel cell to use as the fuel to generate the electricity and steam. Yeah. The combustion of fiber and cell will produce the boiler ash. Yeah. Another byproduct is the solid decanter. A solid decanter also only available if they use the decanter system. This is the potential of greenhouse gas emission from the palm oil industry. At the beginning, the greenhouse gas emission is coming from the plantation, due to the utilization of fertilizer like the urea, and will have potential to emit the nitrous oxide, and also the composition of organic matter in the plantation will have potential to emit the CO2. But in the plantation also have potential to absorb the carbon dioxide during the fermentation, during the photosynthesis process. The fresh fruit bunch from the plantation is bring to the mill
using the trucks like this, and also, of course, will have potential to emit the carbon dioxide. In the mill also has potential to emit the carbon dioxide due to utilization of the fossil fuel. And the product is a CPO and PKO like this. And then the another product is the byproduct is a palm kernel cake, a palm kernel shell, a mesocarp fiber, empty fruit punch, and other. This is if we utilize the pomade to produce the biogas, we can capture the methane and CO2 also. Yeah, so we can use for energy here. Yeah, so we can reduce the greenhouse gas emission. But if we use open pond system, we will emit the methane and CO2, of course. In general, the potential of greenhouse gas emission from palm oil industry is coming from the utilization of fertilizer and other chemicals in the oil palm plantation, and the composition of organic matter and utilization of fossil fuel for plantation operation, like for tractor or for truck or other. In the mill, the main source of greenhouse gas emission is palm oil mill effluent. If you treat the pomade using the open pond, you will emit a lot of greenhouse gas emission due to emission of the methane. You know, methane has global warming potential about 28 times higher than CO2. And also in the mill, the utilization of fossil fuel for mill operation is also has potential to emit the greenhouse gas emission. Yeah. So how to mitigate the greenhouse gas emission from the palm oil industry? At first, maybe from the mill. From the mill, the pomade, palm oil mill effluent has potential to produce the greenhouse gas emission about 80% something from the mill. So in Indonesia, currently, it's only about 10 until 15% of the palm oil mill which already have methane capture like this. They cover the lagoon or use the tank to produce the methane, and they utilize the methane for energy. More than 85% using the open pond like this. So will emit the greenhouse gas emission. And if they use the treated pomade for land application, it's good to reduce the utilization of fertilizer. So this is the one way to reduce the greenhouse gas emission in the plantation. This is the two kinds of bioreactor, anaerobic bioreactor or biogas reactor in palm oil mill. It's the covered lagoon left side, and then the stirrer tank reactor in the right side. Why only two kind of reactor? It's due to the specification or characteristic of the palm oil mill effluent. They have high concentration of suspended solid. It's difficult to use another reactor. So maybe the covered lagoon and also continuous stirrer tank reactor is appropriate for for treating the pomade. This is the advantages and also disadvantages of the covered lagoon. This is the estimation of greenhouse gas emission from the pomade. If the pomade has a COD concentration about 60,000 milligram per liter. Yeah. So and the pomade production is 70% or 0.7 per cubic meter per ton FFV. So the global warming potential from the pomade is about 1,113.6 ton kilogram CO2 equivalent per ton of CPO production. It's quite big. So if we can capture that, so we can reduce a lot of greenhouse gas emission from the palm oil mill. This is one of the scenario to utilize the pomade and reduce the greenhouse gas emission. This is a palm oil mill, have capacity about 60 ton per hour of the FFB, fresh fruit punch. They produce the pomade, and they have a biogas reactor here, and they will have produced biogas about 1,000 normal cubic meter of per hour, and from this biogas they can purify, to reduce the hydrogen sulfide, and they can use for biogas engine, biogas engine, and also use for another purpose to increase the what can I say, the increase the methane concentration. We upgrade the methane. So 500 normal cubic meter per hour will produce the electricity about 1.2 megawatt, and another 500 normal meter cubic per hour is upgrading and produce about 280 normal cubic meter bio CNG or biomethane, which has a methane concentration more than 95%. And this methane can use for replace the diesel oil for the truck or for another biogas engine in the remote area. This is the concept of scenario to utilize the biogas. Original biogas before upgrading, we can utilize for gas engine here and produce the electricity. The electricity will use in the mill, and also the electricity will use for upgrading biomethane. So in the case of a palm oil mill with capacity 60 ton per hour, this is 1.2 megawatt. And from upgrading, biomethane will produce 280 normal cubic meter per hour. And they can bottling like this and use for gas engine, or use for the truck, using the truck or replace the diesel, and also they can sell to third party to use for the home or restaurant or hotel, something, to for heating something, and also they can use the biogas for boiler here. The electricity will utilize in the remote employee house in the palm oil industry. And the problem in the palm oil mill is how to make the energy is stable, because agro-industry is depend on the season. In the low season, the production of FFV, fresh fruit punch, is decreased. So the production of pomade also decreased. Because of production of pomade decrease, so the production of biogas will decrease. So how to mix stable. Yeah, the last our research is we use empty food pans also together with pome, yeah, using dry fermentation process, and will produce the biogas higher than only from pome, and from the solid part from the dry fermentation is we can use for compost. Yeah, so we can produce more biogas, and we can upgrading and use for vehicle or for another purposes, or sell to the gas pipeline company. Yeah. The technology to upgrade the biogas is mainly has three types technology. It's membrane aspiration, water scrubbing, and pressure swing absorption process. Another option is we use EFP and POME together. Yeah, we leaching the EFP and then pressing. Yeah, pressing the EFP and POME. So the liquid paste going to the anaerobic digester, and the solid paste going to the composting process. So we can produce the liquid paste with higher organic matter content or higher COD content. So it will produce the biogas more. So this is the treated pome after digestion is contain high concentration of mineral because the leaching from the EAP. So it's better for liquid fertilization. This is the impact of the soluble COD from the what can I say, the leaching process. Yeah, this is only from pome, and the other is pome plus EFP. So pome plus EFP is higher, so we can increase the biogas production from this wastewater. Another process is from leaching, yeah, after pressing, and then we'll produce the biogas more, and then the treated pome, the digestate is for liquid fertilizer, but the solid part is will has a low S concentration, so we can produce the low S biopellet, and we'll torrefy it, and then we will produce high caloric biocoal. It's very important to what can I say, substitute the coal in the power plant. Yeah. This is the common practice in the utilization of the solid biomass in the palm oil mill. Yeah. Usually the EAP is only mulching in the plantation, and then as I mentioned before, the fiber and cell is utilized for the fuel to produce steam and electricity. Yeah. Okay. And also this is increasing concentration of the carbon in the soil, and utilization of the biomass will increase the utilization of renewable energy. One other of the byproduct is palm kernel cell. Usually about 20 until 40% the palm kernel cell is utilized in the mill to produce the electricity and steam. About 60% is sell to other party, include to export to another country. But the problem is that the PKS is has high moisture and low heating value, and sometimes will has potential to self-ignition. So we propose to produce the EAP pellet, yeah, for the empty food pans, yeah, like this, but using washing treatment to reduce the ash content. Yeah. Ash content is after washing, after leaching or washing is about 0.5 until 3%. And this is for PKS, palm kernel cell. We torrefied the PKS. We can produce the black PKS with a high caloric value. This is the PKS, original PKS, and this is torrefied the PKS. Original PKS has hydrophilic properties, and black black PKS has hydrophobic properties. And this is the caloric value of the PKS. Increase when the temperature of the torrefaction is increased. So the transport cost per caloric value become decreased and will reduce the greenhouse gas emission. This is torrefied EFP. Yeah. Also, the black pellet is hydrophobic. Yeah. And the caloric value is increased. Of course, the transport cost per calorie become cheaper. This is another problem in the utilization of EFP. Yeah, as I mentioned before, the ash content is quite high. So using the washing, we can reduce the ash content. And the main mineral is potassium. Yeah. So if we don't want to wash the EFP, so we can produce the EFP pellet, and we can return to the plantation as a fertilizer or as the organic matter source. Another process, we can reduce the greenhouse gas emission by utilization of the biomass from the palm oil mill is using gasification. This is the pathway of the gasification process. And so through the gasification, we will produce the hydrogen and carbon monoxide. Hydrogen and carbon monoxide is the synthetic gas with flammable gas. So we can use for generate the electricity. Yeah, this is in our lab. This is the gasification process in the left side. So biomass put here and then continues going to the pyrolysis process, and then we produce the syngas, and syngas going to the generator gas engine here, and will produce the electricity. Through this kind of process, the byproduct from this gasification unit is biochar. So biochar will return to the plantation, and combustion of the syngas will produce the CO2. The CO2 is coming from the photosynthesis, coming from the biomass, so it's coming from the photosynthesis. So we can return CO2 as a source of the photosynthetic gas. So this biomass power plant with carbon sequestration is carbon negative emission. So we can utilize the biomass waste to generate electricity without emitting the greenhouse gas emission. This is the concept of the oil palm trunk utilization. Yeah, we can utilize the oil palm frond for the feed, and OPT. From the OPT, we can produce the energy and also produce the oil palm syrup. Now we are under ongoing research to produce oil palm syrup from the oil palm trunk. Yeah, old palm trunk. Yeah. And from the pellet of the oil palm trunk, we can use for energy to produce some other product like bioethanol, or for evaporate the water here, something. And also, if we torrefy to make a black pellet, we can also return back to the plantation as a source of carbon. So another technology is how to avoid the greenhouse gas emission. Yeah. So the greenhouse gas emission avoidance from palm oil, we can use this kind of technology. We modified the process in the palm oil mill through implementation of the stemless palm oil technology. So now under development how to modify the process in the palm oil mill through the utilization some enzyme or some other technology to extract the oil from the palm oil fruit. Yeah. So this technology is need collaboration from several aspects to prevent decreasing the CPO quality. And also, we need to maximize oil extraction recovery in existing palm oil mill. Yeah, yeah. This technology need improving oil water separation process and also improving the extraction oil from the mesocarp. Oh, yeah. The future challenge of the palm oil industry is how to manage the waste, yeah, to increase the added value, and at the same time to minimize the greenhouse gas emission and environmental pollution load. Development of low emission conversion technology, yeah, is very much important to utilize palm oil mill waste and improve their value added. Yeah. That's all of my presentation. Thank you very much. I'm welcome for any question from the floor. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. To question and answer, please feel free to ask any question that you may have. Please raise your hand. Don't forget to state your name, or please write in the Zoom if you have any question. Maybe for first question, I would like to ask Prof. Udin Hasanuddin. So in palm oil industry, we have three kinds of waste for POME, PKS, and OPT. That's right.
Yeah, not only that, but also by soak up fiber, something. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
How the factory especially in Lampung, for example, PTPN 7 already run in this method to reduce the greenhouse emission?
Yeah, I think in Indonesia, several palm oil mill already installed the biogas reactor. Yeah, we maybe the famous name is methane capture system. Yeah, to capture the methane and to utilize the methane for energy. In Lampung, maybe PTPN 7 is not yet installed that methane capture system, but another private company, maybe from, I don't know, maybe from Sungai Budi Group, yeah, they already installed the methane capture in the palm oil mill, yeah, in Masuji, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, Prof. Udin.
Yes.
From the audience, have any question? Please feel free to ask both our speaker today.
Mrs. Eva,
Yes.
I have any question?
Okay, please.
Okay. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi
My name
Waalaikumsalam.
is Mustika Zania Lestari. I'm from Lampung State of Polytechnic. First of all, I will greet Miss Prof. Udin, my ex-lecturer when I was in bachelor degree, and also Dr. Beni Hidayat. This question goes to you, actually, Dr. Beni Hidayat. My question is, ultrasonic communication becomes more powerful when it used with a combination with a conventional processing food. Can you tell me what a common processing food, that conventional processing food that you use with a combination in SNP? Is my question clear, Dr. Beni?
For the Dr. Beni, please to answer.
Clear, Miss Eva.
Okay.
The question is clear.
Okay.
Okay. I answer.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. The advantage if we use ultrasonication than the manual process. The manual process to produce SNP. SNP is start nanoparticle. It start with nanoparticle size. Nano is minus 9 meter. The advantage is the process is more short, yeah, more rapidly, and then the characteristic and rendement is more better, yeah, is better than the manual process. The manual process of SNP is acid hydrolysis. With acid hydrolysis is we need about 6 until 7 days. But with ultrasonication process, we just need about 90 minutes. 90 minutes is the maximal time to reduce the size of stars to the nano size particle. Start in nano size particle is have the more advantage, yeah, in the use of the food industry, because it will dissolve perfectly. It will dissolve perfectly. Can in the application in the bioplastic, we can produce bioplastic with a thin product like synthetic plastic, but have the strength like the synthetic plastic, but it will degradable, more biodegradable. So it will a hope for ours, yeah, to future to prepare bioplastic from the start, from material of start, in the form of SNP, start in the nanoparticle size. I am repeat, because the bioplastic from the bioplastic now bioplastic is not thin, and the strength is very weak, ya. Jadi more gampang putus gitu ya. Tapi dengan penggunaan SNP in bioplastic is more strength and can produce SNP with thin with kemasan yang tin packaging, ya. Jadi tipis kemasannya tapi memiliki kekuatan yang sama seperti plastik sintetik. Mungkin itu dari saya, Bu Eva. Terima kasih. Iya, nggak kedengeran, Bapak.
Thank you for Dr. Benny for your explanation. Please, if any question from the audience in Zoom. Okay, thank you. No question? Okay. Now we move to the closing. We already hear 4 speakers to present their material. Before we closing the this conference, I have several brief conclusion. For the speaker ones, no-tillage is important agriculture for 2 method agriculture include conservation agriculture and regeneration agriculture. For the second speaker, need many expertise to run smart poultry farming. To the third speaker, ultrasonication process can create plastic renewable from cassava starch. And from the fourth speaker, solving for problem in palm industry to reduce greenhouse emission is process POME, PKS, OPT, and others become have high value. Okay, we will closing. Ladies and gentlemen, finally we are, we will give the appreciation for the speakers. I will give the certificate. Please come to state Dr. Yana Sukaryana to give the certificate to Dr. Benny Hidayat and Professor Udin Hasanuddin. First, a certificate for Dr. Benny Hidayat.
Terima kasih, Pak Yana.
Okay. For Professor Udin Hasanuddin, this is the certificate appreciation for us.
Okay, thank you, Pak Yana, and also all academic member from the Polynela. Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, finally we are come to the last agenda. Thank you everyone for following today's conference. I hope you found the presentation were informative and insightful. Please join me in thanking our speakers for their valuable contribution. Lastly, I would like to extend my appreciation for all of us for learning together in this occasion. The last agenda as the final agenda is closing and prayer. To close the program, let's recite Hamdalah together. Alhamdulillahirabbil alamin. Finally, from the deepest of my heart, I do apologize for my mistake in presenting this event. Thank you very much for your kind attention, and wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you, Miss Eva. Ladies and gentlemen, these are the agendas we have presented to you this morning. As we have finished our opening ceremony and main session, coming up to the last session, we are going to have a plenary session. Please be note that our session will start at 1 o'clock. After break and lunch, you can proceed to your presentation room. Thank you. Give applause to us, okay? And we have a photo session to committee, please. Yeah, all of committee, moderator and okay.